Boom. Good morning, Project 19 Men. It's Marty. It's good to see you this beautiful morning. Hey, I got to get into this. Got to get to it quick because I've got major dad duty this morning that I got to get to. You see, here in Rio Rancho, today is the first day of school. Everybody's gearing back up for the big school year. And my drop dead gorgeous little Rai, aka Daddy Snuggle Wuggle, is going to be in the third grade, starting third grade this morning. Good morning, Robert. Bob, it's good seeing you, buddy. And then our little Luke, aka Lukey Dookie, Mom's Snuggle Wuggle, is starting into the first grade this morning. And so all that fun, exciting stuff. I got to get home and I got to walk them to school. But there's another thing. Good morning, Brian. It's good to see you, my friend. Another thing that's really special today is my son, Kale, turns 19 today. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, Rai. Good morning, Lukey Dookie. And Kale is 19 today. Absolutely incredible. I cannot believe it. Good morning, Buddy Pritchett. It's good seeing you, brother. It's real good to see you. And man, I tell you what, I just love my kids, and I'm so proud of Kale. 19 years old today, just an awesome young man, playing baseball for Essex Community College in Baltimore, Maryland. Couldn't be more proud. And good morning, Snuggle Wuggle. I love you, sweetheart. I'll be home in a minute. So let me get into it today. You know, a number of years ago, I was introduced to this question. Now listen to me, man, because this is incredibly important, because it's about what I'm going to talk about today. The question was, is what you're living for worth dying for? Absolutely incredible. I need you to stop and think about this, because over the past 20 years or plus since I was introduced to this question, every time I think of that question, it begins to dig deep. Good morning, Lukey Dookie. I love you, buddy. And it begins to just really prick at my soul. Are the things that you are living for worth dying for? Listen to me, man. I want to talk to you about two things this morning. Number one, are you willing to die for it? What are you willing to die for? Listen, this has really come into focus with me over the last several weeks, and we have some, you know, granted, I never fought and never served in any of the branches of the military. I never did. My wife did, and she was willing to give her life for our country, as so many, good morning, Gloria, as so many men and women have done throughout the centuries for this great nation. They've been willing to lay down their life for this country, and that's honorable, that's admirable, and I appreciate that. But I'm asking you men today, what are you willing to die for? Good morning, Nora. It's good seeing you. And here is the thing, men, that we have got to wake up to, is we have got to have a cause. We have got to have a calling, a purpose, a mission in life. Our purpose needs to be so big in our life that we are willing to die for it. We are willing to exhaust our life in giving ourselves to the cause that we were created for, the purpose by which we've been placed on this planet in this generation, that we are willing to give it all out effort, blood, sweat, and tears, and we're willing to die for it. And I'm serious. We are willing to sacrifice ourselves for the cause so that more and more and more and more people can be properly touched and impacted and transformed by the purpose that we're given. And my calling, my mission in life that God has given me is that I might be able to transform one man's life in order to redirect his family tree for generations to come. And I believe in our culture that men today, it is our time. It's time for us to stand up and to become and fulfill the purpose that we've been created for. And I'm willing to die for it. I'm willing to give my life, all of my energy, all of my time, all of my resources. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm willing to die for what I believe God has called me to do. But here's the second question, men, and this one, if you ask me, this one I think is probably just a little bit more important. So listen to me really quick. And that is, what do you need to die to? What have you got to put to death in your life? Listen, men are dealing with a lot of things nowadays. We have easy access to to things and resources that are not good, that are not healthy. And man, what do you need to die to? Do you need to die to your pride and your ego? Is it getting in the way of you achieving and accomplishing all that you were created for? Do you need to die to depression and anxiety and worry? Are you caught up with, and are you inundated with, and are you overwhelmed with depression and anxiety? Good morning, Gabriel. It's good seeing you. And here's what I want you to think about, men. Do you need to put to death an addiction? Is there a behavior in your life that is controlling your life, that is overwhelming you, and you are giving into it, and it's unhealthy, and it's not good for you, it's not good for your family? What have you got to die to? What have you got to put to death? And men, these are some important things. There's all kinds of things out there. Maybe you need to put to death improper use of finances. Maybe you need to put to death improper ways of thinking. Maybe you need to put to death an addiction to pornography, or an addiction to alcohol, or things of these nature, whatever it might. You've got to put it to death. You've got to bury it. You've got to put it behind you. Because listen, is what you are living for worth dying for? Is what you're doing in life, are you willing to lay your life down for it? You have a purpose, man. You have a place. God placed you here for a reason. Now are you willing to die for it? Second of all, what is keeping you from putting your life on the line for that cause? And are you willing to put it to death? Are you willing to put it to death and put it behind you? These are some major things. Listen, everyone, I wanted to share those thoughts with you this morning, and I want to encourage you. Men, listen, I want to encourage you. God has created you with great purpose. Go live for it, be willing to die for it, and put to death anything that gets between you and what God has called you to do. I'm out of here. I got to get home. I got 2 incredible kids. I got to walk to school this morning. And a big happy shout out to my son, Kel, for turning 19. Everybody take care. God bless. And I will see you mañana.